Hi, I'm Simon, and this is Taro. Welcome back to our tutorial series on how to use the Taro routing platform. This video, as part of our route optimization and delivery management with Taro routing series, will cover the tracking stage of the map view. So you can see here, I've come back into the same scenario that I had in previously for the planning and the routing stage videos, and I've advanced that scenario to the tracking stage. What you'll notice immediately is that the runs panel has changed to the tracking panel, but the main behavior of this panel is very similar to that of the runs panel. As I can expand to see a run, and I can still see the estimated time of arrival and the jobs of the run in order and the like. So as a transport planner, once I've finished in the routing stage, advanced into the tracking stage, my next step is to dispatch run information to the driver. So I click on the tracking action bar and click on dispatch. From here, I have a few different options in order to dispatch information to my drivers. This will change depending on how your organization is set up, if you're using the Taro Routing driver app or if you're just using the mobile run sheet. The first option, if you're using the driver app and your drivers have login details, so passwords, and they use the app and they log into the app, they will already be able to log in and access their runs if the run is assigned to their driver user. Next, I can add an email or a phone number and send a SMS or an email. This will send the driver a link which they can click on in order to open their run sheet in the Taro Routing driver app, or if they don't have the app installed, open our mobile run sheet app. Finally, there's the QR code. There's a few ways which the QR code, which can be scanned from the driver app, and when the QR code is scanned, it will load the run information. So I can download the run sheet PDF. So this is a run sheet, a manual run sheet, which you can print off and give to the drivers. This has a QR code, all the information to enter for manual delivery, and then a backup, which can be used as a backup in case the app breaks or their phone runs out of battery or whatever. But most importantly, it has the QR code, which the driver can scan, and all the job information of their run in the correct order. When I click here, I will download the run sheet for every driver, but I can also click on an individual driver to see his QR code and scan it, or download his individual run sheet. I can also open the QR codes page to view all the QR codes on a single page and print them off if you don't want to print off entire run sheets and you only want to print off QR codes. So as a transport planner, once you've dispatched that information, the next step is really onto the drivers. They will scan their barcodes and units and they will load their vehicles, and then they will click in the Taro Routing app, the Start Route button, which will tell us that they have loaded their vehicle and they've departed the warehouse. So when they click the Start Route button, that will record the time that they have started, and it will update. That will be the first instance to update the delivery time at each of the jobs. So in Taro, there is a concept of an ETA or a planned ETA and an updated ETA. A planned ETA is based on when you set the shift start of a driver. So the shift start may be 9 a.m. That is everything in the normal sense. The driver leaves the warehouse or leaves his starting location at 9 a.m. However, we know that there are always issues which may cause the driver to leave early or late, which will impact his delivery time at his addresses. So when the driver clicks Start Route in the app, it will update the arrival time of all the subsequent jobs in his run. And in the tracking panel, once the driver has clicked Start Route, you will see a little wheel icon to indicate that this driver is driving and these drivers are still all loading. So if I expand this route, I can see that he has started, the ETAs have been updated, and you can see here the planned ETA was 9:21 a.m. But when I started the route, it was significantly later. So the planned ETA is now 3:32 p.m. and it's in red because it's late. So from the tracking stage, I can click on any of the jobs. I can right click, I can open job proofs. I can see that the units that are attached to the job were loaded, but they weren't yet delivered. I can see the time that they were loaded. And if I open the unit proof details, I can see where they were loaded as well. So if you're a planner in the tracking stage, what you're interested in is finding out when the deliveries are made and the progress of the route. So for what I can do here is I can open the barcodes and using the Taro driver app, I can mark a delivery as successful. And what you'll see is immediately the job has turned green. A tick has been added next to the job. It's gone green on the map, and you can see the delivery time, the actual delivery time has been updated. And the subsequent deliveries have also been included. And I can also see the current location of the driver. So as the driver is using the app, now that I've opened the app, it will be pinging and it will be constantly sending the location of the driver back to the platform. So as a transport planner, you can see where that driver is. The driver may also have unsuccessful deliveries. This can be the case, as we know. And so when there's an unsuccessful delivery, it will appear in red on the map, and there will be a cross next to the job. So again, I can open the proof, and I can see that there was an exception. It was unsuccessful, not delivered, missing. So the driver may have lost his parcels or whatever. The delivery reasons here, not delivered, missing, or in the previous example, delivered okay, are configurable. We'll cover this in a separate documentation or video, so please reach out if you need more information on how to set your delivery reasons. And then finally, once the driver has closed his route, if I can do it on the phone right here, you will see that the wheel updates to a flag, which tells me that the route has finished, the driver has stopped driving, and he's declared that I'm completed my route and I'm at my end location. Now, obviously, in an actual scenario, a transport planner would be quite concerned because the driver has not delivered 2 of his jobs here. As a transport planner, I can click on any one of the runs here to view the run details. So this is information about the run. Specifically, what I would be interested in as a transport planner is the actual start time and the actual end time, as well as the start odometer and the end odometer. So that is what Taro uses to calculate the distance, the actual distance driven, and we can compare that to the planned distance. So here we look at the run performance. We can see 2 out of 4 jobs were visited. 1 was successful, 1 was unsuccessful. There was 42 kilometers of driving planned. However, he drove 2,500 kilometers nearly, and there was 2 hours and 9 minutes of driving, but he did it in 9 minutes in total. So quite impressive driver to drive that far in that shorter time. Also, if you have billing set up, if you have billing rates applied to your vehicles and your routes, the billing information will be calculated below. In this case, we don't have any billing rates applied, so the estimated cost hasn't been calculated, but you can see the billing kilometers and the billing time have been calculated based on the actual start time, actual end time, the billing start time, and start and end odometers. So that's run details. That is quite important. But the information in run details is also summarized in the progress report. And the progress report is a page which can be viewed in Tarot, or it can be opened in a new window, which will keep you as a transport planner a bird's eye view of the progress and success and performance of the scenario. So here we can see there are 45 jobs open, 1 successful and 1 unsuccessful. 8 of 94 units have been loaded and 4 of 8 units have been delivered, with 2 exceptions. 1 of 5 routes has started and there's 1 ETA alert. And then we can see the distance and the hours as well. So after we look at this summary, we can expand it. We can see our ETA alerts. So here we can see botany 1. So the next job and the expected delay, as well as the estimated end time, or the time that he actually finished. We can also see at a route level. So this is taking that runs detail view that I showed before, and it will show you that information for all of the drivers or all of the runs in the scenario. And you can use this information and you can open the details panel here as well. As a transport planner, if there is a billing element involved, what I can do is I can validate the run, and I can say that this run is okay. And as a transport planner, I say, everything in this run has gone to plan. So here, as I clicked validate, it's popped up with a warning telling me that he drove 2,500 kilometers more than we expected him to complete this run. Are you sure I want to validate? I know the reason why he drove that much further, so I'm going to say yes, validate run. And then it's stored, verified by Simon Webb. And so this is something that is done after the driver has finished, or after the runs have been completed in a scenario. So this is closing the scenario off. Finally, there is job actions as well. So from here, I can see information about all the jobs that were completed. I can view, I can search for any particular job. I can, so here let me search for job 27. So here, which was marked as not delivered, so unsuccessful, not delivered, missing. So here I can open the proof of that job and see that it was not delivered, missing. And then I can say that, well, I need to re-deliver these 2 units. I found them in my warehouse. I need to plan for them to be re-delivered at a later date. So what I will do here is I will click Job Pool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate these units to the job pool. So I will take a copy of the units that are here, and I will produce a new units in the job pool so that I store the information of this initial unsuccessful delivery. So I'm not hiding the performance of my runs. It's still recorded that we went there and we didn't have the right parcel because we lost it in the warehouse. But once the job is recreated in the job pool, I can plan it again in a future scenario. So I click duplicate here, and I can add a tag It was missing, but now we've found it. Equally, we can use this to create a proof. So for job 45, we can create a delivery proof in the job pool. So if, for example, the driver's phone broke or stopped working, ran out of battery, and he couldn't scan the barcodes to deliver, as a transport planner, once he's returned, once he's shown me the manual signature, I can select the job, the entire job. So if I just select units, I can duplicate the units to the job pool. But if I select the entire job, I can create a proof. And so here, I can select deliver. I can select the reason it was delivered okay. And I can select the date and the time when it was delivered. And I can say successful and successful. So here it's showing me initially that there was no other one, but I've just created those two new delivery proofs for the units. And now I can create a delivery proof for the job. So delivered okay. I can add in a photo image, a signature image, and a comment. And then I can add a time of when it was delivered and a status. Click create proof, and that will create that proof. And if your organization has a onwards connection back to your TMS or your financial ERP accounting system, I will also send that message to close this job in that system. So this is a workaround so that allows a transport planner to manually create and change proofs because we know that drivers sometimes have issues when they're driving. So I close that here. I can see this job was now delivered okay. So that is basically the tracking stage, and that concludes more or less the map view. There are plenty of things that we haven't covered. As always, if you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask and use the Terra routing support portal to access our documentation or to raise a question from our team and to get some support if you have something you don't understand. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.